Well, hello everybody. This is Dr. Troy Diekwitz of the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this: move, geese, move! So I'm driving down the road, going to get some tomato sauce and tomato paste or diced tomatoes. I don't know. We're making some spaghetti for the boys tonight for dinner, and my wife needed me to run out to the grocery store. And as I'm driving down the road, I noticed there's probably 5 or 6 geese on the side of the road, and they're not moving. So as I'm watching them, I'm getting closer and getting closer. I'm like, all right, I wonder what's going to happen as I do this. Now, I'm not claiming that this is the smartest move in the world, just to be clear, but I'm just so curious. Like, what are they going to do? Because they are not budging. So as I get closer and closer and closer, I go ahead and I lay on the horn, and all they do is look up. Nobody ran into my car. Nobody ran off the other way. Nobody went fly. Like, they just looked at me. So I looked in my rearview mirror. Obviously, I'm like playing this theme in my head of like, they're probably like, what an idiot, man. Why is he honking his horn? Doesn't he know we can't hear? Like, I don't know the story of geese. So I'm just making stuff up as I go here. But as I'm looking, I just see they're just staring at me. And then maybe they're like, hey, that guy's an idiot. Maybe he doesn't realize that we don't respond to people driving on the side of the road honking horns at us. Like, I don't know. Or, hey, it's dinner time. I don't hear anything when I'm eating. I don't know what the geese were thinking. What I do know is as I saw them just look up, it really triggered me. And it triggered me in a great way. Because how many times in life do we have a stimuli like that? Somebody honks their horn and you're like, whoa, what happened? Right? And just like your whole body gets tense. Or somebody, like my wife does this all the time. We'd be driving on the boat. She'd be like, Troy, wait. And I'm like, what? Like I drop the hammer, or I take the throttle off the boat. The whole boat stops. Like everybody goes flying all over. This happened like 15 years ago, for real. Everybody goes flying all over the place. Jet ski hits the back of the boat. I'm like, what? She's like, I have to go to the bathroom. But you got to be kidding me. And by the way, that story, true story, and it happened when we were first dating. And yes, we're together all these years later. And so it's like, because we respond first, right? There's like this emotional jerk, this emotional reaction that we have when something takes place, as opposed to realizing what's going on. Now, I could also be talking about like, hey, you know, how crazy are these geese? Because maybe they're going to respond too late. Where in your life are you responding too late? Because they could have got run over. I don't know the history of geese. All I know is what just happened to me, and I'm trying to share it with you here today. So stay with me, folks. So honk the horn, they look up. And I can only imagine, and this is where I'm taking this for you and I, is how many times in life does somebody honk the horn, and instead of looking up, you just go crazy. You like fly off the end. You're like emotional, and you're jumping into the ditch to make sure you don't get hit by a car, and you're like, man, that guy almost ran me off the road. And in reality, the guy didn't do anything. The guy honked his horn. Where in your life are you having this overreaction? People do this in Look, I've been there before. I've done it in a relationship with my brother, with my wife, with my kids, my parents, with other people, where we have this emotional response first. And I'm way better now. But I used to fly, man. And it's just like I would go straight to the place of emotion first. This overreaction first, before just taking a breath and getting facts. Before just like settling in and listening to what's really going on. Before taking notice of everything around me. And I know we've all done this before. And the thing is it doesn't serve us, because what happens is when we get that emotional, we start creating our own stories. We start creating our own agenda of what's happened. And it could cause a rift between people. It can decrease your productivity. It can like totally set you off to where if you're that person who like carries it with you all day, like, oh man, this dude almost ran me off the road today. And it's like, no, man. Nobody almost ran you off the road. The dude honked his horn. That was it. Honking of the horn, and you overreacted, jumped in the ditch. Where in your life are you overreacting? Is it in relationships? Is it in your health? Like you got a hangnail and you're not going to the gym. You're like, oh man, I need like weeks to heal before I can do this. I got a little sniffle. I got to wait till this passes. Or should you be working out and taking some extra supplements and going to the chiropractor and getting adjusted? Like maybe it's in your spirituality and you're overreacting, where like if somebody doesn't agree with you spiritually, you're like all in their grill, like, no, you got to see it my way. Maybe it is in your relationship. Spouse, significant other, kids, brothers, sisters, siblings, like I don't know. Where is it in your relationships where you have the realization that you need to stop overreacting and take a deep breath? Survey the situation. Get some facts first before responding. Maybe it's in business. Maybe it's with your own team. Maybe it's clients. I don't know. But I can tell you that this is something that's been incredibly valuable for me as I've seen myself on both sides. And I've seen where I am in the place of power that I come from when I'm actually responding from a place of certainty, meaning that I am not coming from a place of emotion. When I'm in that place of gathering the facts, when I'm in that place of understanding the situation, I make way better decisions. I feel more certain about it, and I feel power from it. But there are times, like you, where I have made those emotional decisions, those emotional responses, and afterwards I'm like, ah, shit, why did I go there? Like, I don't know why. Why? Because I came from a place of emotion, not from a place of being able to settle down and make a freaking decision that was in the best interest of maybe myself, of my kids, or just in the sake of having conversation with somebody, and coming from a place of calmness and certainty because I was willing to get the facts first, as opposed to jumping on someone because I was coming from a place of emotion. So take a look at your life today across body, being, balance, business. Where are you overreacting? Where are you coming from a place of emotion all the time? And what's one thing that you can do today to stop coming from that place of emotion? I can tell you one of the biggest things is to be able to just take a deep breath. Just take a freaking deep breath before you want to respond. That's it. Take a deep breath before you want to respond. If you are a knee-jerk person, do what you can to take a deep breath first before responding. And then ask one simple question. What are the facts about this situation? The fact is, I did not swerve off the road. I honked my horn, and the geese looked up. That was it. That's all I've got for you here today. I am Dr. Troy Dukowitz. Hey, if you haven't already, please head on over to the Commit and Go podcast at iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. Subscribe, rate, and or review. And please pass it on to friends, relatives, coworkers who you think might benefit from the messages I share here every week, Monday through Friday. If you haven't already, please also head on over to commitandgo.com. Over there, you are going to get just a great amount of information to understand who I am, what I do throughout the course of the week, because I know you're dying to know, but you also get a freebie download called the Gap Map Protocols. It is a protocol 14-minute video that I put together to help you to get from where you are to where it is that you want to go. That's all I've got for you here today. I am Dr. Troy Dukowitz. This has been the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big ass results in your life and business. We'll hear you next time.